Hey, how's it going? My name is Anthony Costanzo. I am a digital marketer based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I just came across your website, noticed that you weren't on page one for your most competitive keywords. I thought I'd shoot you this quick video just kind of explaining to you why you're not on page one and what you're missing out on not being on page one. So, one of your most searched keywords that you want to rank for is car insurance Raleigh NC, right? These are Google ads. This is the map section, and this is the organic section. So I specialize in ranking websites in the top of the organic and the top of the map section where, the majority of people are clicking, right? It's like 95% of people are clicking on the first page. No one really clicks past the first page. So you want to rank right here. This is really going to bring in a lot of business for you. So let's just kind of take a look at your competitor, ACF Insurance, right? They rank on page one for your most competitive keyword. I put them in the SEMrush. This just shows me the amount of traffic they get to their website a month. So a little less than 600 people are finding their website through the organic section, in that they have a traffic cost of almost $8,000 a month. So, this just shows me being on page one for your niche, for these keywords, it's really going to bring in a lot of business for you. And just so you could see for yourself, here are some of the main keywords that people are finding them for. Car insurance Raleigh NC, about 600 people a month are searching for this keyword. Insurance Raleigh NC, 140 people a month. Auto insurance Raleigh NC, 320. So if you get on, if your website is on page one for these specific keywords, it's really going to bring in a lot of business for you, right? This shows me right here that it will. So why is your competitor, ACF Insurance, on page one, and you, I believe, are on page 5? Let's take a look. Yep, here you are, Snotherly Insurance. So why are they on page one and you're on page 5? Well, there's a lot of different things that goes into SEO, but there are really two main components that I'm going to go over in this video. And the first one is content, on-page optimization, specifically the content, right? So we'll start off with your title tags. Your title tags is what you see right here. You have your name, and this is what Google basically looks at first to see what you do and exactly where you do it. So I always like to tell people, put your main keyword and your location in this title tag, right? This alone will increase your ranking. So car insurance Raleigh NC, and then you could put your name after that. Also in your title description, put a keyword in there. You have Raleigh, which is good, NC insurance, put car insurance somewhere in there, just so this is the second thing Google's looking at, right? It's very important. Google knows what you are doing and where you do it. So that would be your first step. Change your title tag and title description. Make sure you have your main keyword and your location in that. Now, if we go into your website, the second step is on-page content, right? Google loves content. I always tell people, think about Wikipedia, right? You type in elephant, what's the first thing that always comes up? It's Wikipedia for any search, basically. It's because the amount of unique, authoritative content they have all relative to that subject, right? Anything relative to elephants, Wikipedia is writing about. Anything from, their skin, their tusk, where they're from. Anything relevant to elephants are writing about. Google loves this. They love to see you putting in the work. They love to see you implementing unique, authoritative content, right? So that's exactly what you have to do. At least, 1,000 unique words on your homepage. Make sure you have, you put your main keyword in there at least 2 or 3 times. The more content you have on your page, the more you could write about your subject and put various keywords in there, and to make it all flow natural, right? So if you want to rank for cheap car insurance Raleigh NC, right, you have to implement that on your website. So Google, you automatically start coming up in the search engines for that keyword, right? Google will be scanning your website for different words. So you need to make sure that you have these keywords somewhere on your website, so you'll be able to rank for them, right? So that's kind of the first step is, your title tags, your title description, and your on-page content. Once you have that done, the second part of this is backlinking, right? And trust flow. What's backlinking? Think of a backlink as anyone else on the web talking about your website. For instance, if the Raleigh Gazette, I don't even know if that's a real gazette, but say the Raleigh Gazette wrote an article about the best insurance companies in the Raleigh area, and they said to go check out your website, and they linked your website onto their article. That's someone else on the web talking about your website. Not only is that someone else on the web talking about your website, it's the Raleigh Gazette. They're very trusted, they're very established in Google already. So since they're trusted and established in Google and they're talking about your website, this is what makes your website trusted. The whole point, to get your website on page one, it needs to be trusted within Google. In order for your website to be trusted in Google, you have to have other trusted websites linking back to your site. Right now, I put you in the Majestic right here. This shows me your trust flow. Your website, you have a 0 trust flow. So this is why you don't come up on page 1 and you're on page 5, because Google does not trust your website at all. The people that are linking back to your website, you have about 10 people linking back, they're not trusted, right? Compared to your competitor, ACF Insurance, they have a trust flow of 11, which isn't bad. Anything in the double digits, I like to say your website is pretty trusted, with 75 links linking back to their website. So this right here, this is the main reason why that you don't rank on page 1, right? So the first step you really want to do is make sure you have your content all down, all your on-page optimization is correct, and then you really need to start building trust to your website. Now, the cool thing about my company is we own hundreds of blogs and different links that are highly trusted in Google. But these links and these blogs that we own, they have a trust level over 25, 35, so they're very trusted in Google. And then we, simply start writing articles and blogs and linking your website onto our blog. Google takes a look at it, look at so-and-so talking about, SnotherlyInsurance.com. They must be pretty important since this established blog is talking about them. And this is what really is going to push you to the first page and to the top of the first page, is having these high authoritative links linking back to your website, right? So, there's a lot of other little components that goes into it, but those are the two main categories, right? Your on-page content and then your backlinking. Make sure you get high trusted links and sources linking back to your website, and this is what's really going to push you to page 1. So if this is something that you might be interested in, I'd love to have a quick phone call with you, and I am in the Charlotte area, so I'd be more than happy to take a drive out to Raleigh if this is something that you're really interested in. But I appreciate you watching this video, and hopefully I will talk to you soon. Thanks.